There was no election announcement today, but Jamaicans were again told that one is mere days away. The indication came at the Jamaica Labour Party JLP's Central Executive meeting on Sunday at the Montego Bay Conference Centre in St. James. Dashan Hendricks was there.
The Central Executive of the Jamaica Labour Party met here at the Montego Bay Convention Centre in St. James earlier today, in which the Prime Minister and the party leader Andrew Holness addressed members of the Jamaica Labour Party. He did not make an announcement as to the date for election, but he told JLP members to get ready for one. The media were not allowed in the meeting, but in a press briefing shortly afterwards, the party's General Secretary, Dr. Harris Chang, its Chairman Robert Montague, and the Attorney General, Marlene Malawu-Fort, we asked if Mr. Holness gave any indication of when the election will be, and were only assured that an announcement is imminent.
He said soon.
He quoted Bruce Golding. Soon.
He said soon, and in this case, he read from the Bible, which is it. There's a time for everything under the sun.
A party insider said it means the announcement is not weeks away, though that insider refused to say if it will be made in a matter of days. But at the press briefing, it was reiterated that an election will not be held while states of emergency are still in play.
No, there will be no election under the SOE, so there will be no, once election will not be announced within that, and the Parliament will convene and make decision on that.
Mr. Chang, however, declined to say if Parliament will be asked this Tuesday to vote for a discontinuation of the emergency measure, but said this.
And you're all welcome to Parliament on Tuesday.
That aside, we were told that the general secretaries of the two parties will also meet to work out how campaigning will take place with COVID-19 protocols established under the Disaster Risk Management Act. Breaches, the Attorney General said, will not be tolerated.
The order applies to everyone who is in Jamaica, and they're there for your safety. We're not singling out anyone. It doesn't matter what activity is taking place, what season it is. We know that we need persons to remain safe and healthy and abiding by the law, because the order is a law that is enforceable on the books of Jamaica.
For those in quarantine, we are told their right to vote will not be taken away, and that matter is also being worked out. As for how election day will look with COVID-19 protocols in place, Dr. Chang said some adjustments will have to be made to avoid long lines. The EOJ, he said, is looking at that matter at the moment.
It's fairly simple. You have to design the system to avoid crowding. So you may have to increase the number of boxes, for example. So instead of having 500 at a box, you end up at 200. If there are only 200, then it's less crowding for the day.
When asked if the usual voting time for election on the day will be extended, he said it's a matter for the EOJ to decide. As a sure sign that the party is targeting Western Jamaica in a big way, the Prime Minister led a tour of South St. James after the meeting. Over this weekend, he toured all 5 seats in St. James and the 2 Hanover constituencies as well. The party's campaign slogan for this election is "Recovering Stronger," signaling that the economy will very much be in play for this election. Dashan Hendricks, TVJ News.